Being a good freelance client, pointer number 5. Now, as you go about the process of actually choosing a particular candidate for your project, avoid having any kind of stereotypes in your mind. Remember that, like in life in general, freelancers too can either be good or bad. There's nothing like, if a freelancer comes from a particular country or a particular region, he or she can be competent only in specific departments and will be incompetent in other departments. There's nothing like that. So, just as in real life, not all Americans are obese. There are a lot of Americans who are very fitness conscious. Not every American is going around with a gun. There are a lot of Americans who are very, very peace loving, who love, living in harmony with society. Just like that, there are a lot of freelancers in, say, other parts of the world who are just as competent in English. Look at me, the biggest example, the best example is right here in front of you. I am an Indian, I am in India, but my proficiency, my familiarity, my comfort with the English language is just as good as any other so called native English speaker from, say, the US or UK or Canada, Australia. This whole native, English speaker concept is bullshit, absolute bullshit. There's nothing like that. There are people who can speak good English, there are people who cannot speak good English. There are Americans who are not at all, very well versed with the English language. They cannot write in the English language. And there are Indians who are not only very good in the English language, they've actually won, Booker prizes in the English language. So there's nothing like that. There's nothing like native English speaker. There's nothing like, there are people who are good in certain departments, there are people who are not good. Similarly, there's this notion that every Indian can, do all this ancillary work, especially, say, VA's work, or, any kind of data entry kind of work. Yes, that is true to quite an extent, that there are a lot of Indian professionals who are good at that, but that doesn't mean that every one of them is good at that. Likewise, if you come with a stereotype that any and every Indian or South Asian is ready to work for peanuts, that's again bullshit. Today India's economy is booming, literally booming, and there are so many rich people here. Come down to India sometime. I really, suggest and recommend. Come down, see the kind of lifestyle, especially in cities like Bombay and Delhi, Bombay or Mumbai and Delhi. Especially look at South Delhi, South Mumbai. Look at the lifestyles. This particular house, this where I'm making this video, would you believe it or not, this is a multi-million-dollar property. I don't come from a poor family. I don't struggle for every penny. We live a very good quality, high quality, high society lifestyle. So these, any kind of stereotypes which you have in your mind, please, chuck them out of your mind. They don't exist. There are just competent and incompetent freelancers, capable and incapable freelancers who can deliver and freelancers who cannot deliver. Their race, their community, their religion, their region, their nationality has no bearing, no standing whatsoever. So my pointer in this regard would be that get rid of these stereotypes and focus on freelancers who can actually deliver on your requirement. Cheers.